I wasn't planning on finding it. You know how sometimes you scroll through Airbnb or strange rental sites just for fun? You don't even need a vacation, but you want to imagine it? That's how it started. But then, buried between cheap cabins and overpriced apartments, there it was, a farmhouse. Old, remote. The description said, perfect for solitude seekers, complete silence, no interruptions, disconnect from everything. The photos looked unreal. Warm golden light spilling from windows, antique furniture, a porch with wide wooden steps that almost seemed open-armed. But the more I stared, the stranger it seemed. Every photo had the same angle, the same shadows, even the ones that were supposed to be from different rooms. And the reviews, those are what hooked me. Not long essays, not the usual, great stay, 5 stars. Nope, just short, clipped sentences. Perfect stay, would return, follow the house rules. That last one stayed with me, but curiosity won out. I booked it. The drive there was longer than expected. My GPS glitched the further I went. At one point, the voice kept repeating, "Turn back," on a road with no exits. The forest thickened around me until my high beams barely cut through. Trees arched overhead like ribs. Finally, after what felt like hours of isolation, the trees broke. The house appeared. It looked exactly like the photos, too exactly. And standing there, staring at it, I felt something strange, like I'd been here before. The key was under the mat, just like the host said. Inside, it was spotless, old but perfect, a kind of staged perfection. On the fridge, taped neatly in the center, was a sheet of paper, handwritten. House rules. Do not go outside after 9:17 p.m. The forest will try to lure you, ignore it. Do not open the basement door under any circumstance. If you see another guest, lock yourself in your room until they leave. Always close every mirror before midnight. Never sleep in the rocking chair. If you hear knocking from the attic, do not answer it. Check out at dawn. Failure to do so means you stay forever. 8 rules. It was so specific, so bizarre, that I laughed out loud. I thought it was some kind of horror-themed gimmick, a way to spook tourists. But the handwriting didn't look playful. It looked rushed, desperate, like someone was warning me. That night, I lay in bed, scrolling my phone, telling myself I'd laugh about this place tomorrow. At exactly 9:18 p.m., I heard it. Scratching. Long, slow drags against the walls, circling the room. Not random, a rhythm, like it was spelling something. I froze, checked the time again, past 9:17. The scratching stopped. And then, from the forest outside, a voice called my name. My mother's voice. Soft, loving. Except my mother had been dead for 3 years. I didn't open the door. I didn't even move. I just lay there, heart pounding, staring at the rules in my mind. Do not go outside after 9:17 p.m. The forest will try to lure you. Ignore it. I ignored it, but I didn't sleep. The next morning, the forest looked normal. Birds, sunlight, a cool breeze. But inside the house, something was wrong. I started noticing details. The furniture looked antique, but there wasn't a speck of dust. The rocking chair in the corner of the living room had fresh grooves, as if someone had been rocking in it recently. And upstairs in the guest room, I found a suitcase, half unzipped, clothes folded neatly inside, a toothbrush, a wallet. No one had mentioned another guest. Tucked under the suitcase was a small notebook. Only a few pages filled in, scrawled handwriting. Day 1. Rules seem weird, but harmless. Day 2. Heard them outside. Sounded like Dad. He's been gone for years. Day 3. Saw another me. Locked the door. Don't know what's real anymore. The rest of the pages were torn out. That night, the forest was alive. Not with animals, with whispers. Not just my mother's voice this time. My childhood best friend, my ex, my boss, everyone I'd ever known, calling me, coaxing me into the dark. I looked through the upstairs window and saw it. A figure standing at the tree line. Tall, crooked. Its fur looked wet, dripping thick black tar that stained the earth. Its head tilted back, and 2 burning coals where eyes should be, fixed on the house. I ducked away from the window. When I turned back, the rocking chair was moving. Slow, steady, and when I checked the clock, it was 11:59. I ran through the house, slamming every mirror shut. The bathroom, the hallway, the guest room. As I shut the last one, I saw it. Just for a second. My reflection didn't move when I did. I tried to leave. The car hood had been clawed open like paper. The tires slashed in neat surgical lines. So I ran. I thought maybe if I just kept moving, I'd reach a road. But the forest shifted. Trees bending, paths twisting back on themselves. After what felt like an hour of running, I was back at the house. And taped to the front door was a second sheet of rules. Different ones. Do not trust the original rules. The forest lies. The house tells the truth. Do not enter the guest room. Check out before midnight, not dawn. Contradictions. The house was rewriting the rules, or something inside was. The last night was worse than all the others. Every window shook with knocking. The attic groaned with footsteps. The mirrors, no matter how many times I shut them, creaked open again. And then I saw another me, standing at the end of the hall, pale, smiling, whispering, "It's time." I locked myself in the bedroom, heart hammering until the humming started, low, vibrating through the floorboards. From the basement. The rule screamed in my head, "Do not open the basement door." But the humming grew louder, louder, a chorus of whispers now, chanting my name. The door rattled, then stopped, and the knob turned from the inside. I ran. Downstairs, across the kitchen, toward the back door. It wouldn't open. None of them would. The only door left was the basement. I don't know if it was fear, or the house, or something else. But I opened it. The smell hit me first. Rot, tar, burning hair. And then the stairs stretched downward. Not a basement anymore, a tunnel. Black, endless. Something moved in that dark, crawling, humming. It whispered my name, and I understood. The rules weren't there to protect me. They were there to protect whatever was in the basement. And now, it was free. If you ever see the listing, don't book it. Don't even click it, because once the house calls you, you can't say no.